of you as a consultant, you are the only, you are only responsible for talking to the customers and ensuring that the case goes to the right person for resolution. It will be resolved.
All right, that's all I.
You don't have to follow up on something which you have now given to tier 2. Just ensure that while you hand it off, you hand it off perfectly.
All right, that's what we did. Yeah, and yeah, thank you for that.
No worries, great question. Sai.
Yes.
Hey.
Hi everyone. So
Everyone thought I was the treacherous bastard. Turns out
general
Mr. Goody
questions
Two
regarding
Shoes was a
emails.
Nazi agent this whole time.
So,
Not just a Nazi.
remember we talked about complaint versus
Wow, you guys already opened the zip line.
Opened the portal
about
to the darkness there.
so
Honor.
coming as complaints. Do we change them to questions in certain cases if it's not a complaint, or do we just leave it as it is for the emails? Because for the calls, we will decide what type of issue it is. For the emails, the case is already created as a complaint.
Yeah,
So are we able to change it as a question, or?
I would say yes, but I'll ask one of my support agents just because that is a great question and I don't want to go on with
I'll be
assumptions
just
here.
fine with this shotgun.
Yeah, we would change it from a complaint to question if it fits the whatever issues they're contacting us about.
Perfect.
Yeah, I would assume that too, because for the customer, everything is
I was told that the only time
we decide, right? We decide whether it is really a complaint or a question, because most times if people have to ask a question, they'll say, why do I have to ask a question? It's a complaint, your system is not working fine, right? And they'll just ask you a simple question. So yeah, I think that makes sense, that you change it according to what you feel we have done wrong. I think the same concept applies there, Jeff, in a call. If it's a complaint in the sense if it's something wrong done from our side, it's a complaint. If it's not, if they're just asking for a PC admin program, what's up, or maybe my point didn't work, or whatever.
If it turns out that they think something's wrong, but it turns out that you have a customer side that they didn't quite understand how the process worked, then you switch it back to a question. Even though it looked like it was going to be a complaint, it turned out that you needed to educate the member on how the process worked. Like, I'm missing my points. Well, you didn't scan your card, right? So that's where you turn it into an education, like you're educating the member. So what appeared to be a complaint for missing points ended up being a question because they didn't follow the process. There was nothing on Loblaws end, so that ended up being a question. So the answer to your question is yes. If it turns out that it needs to be changed, you will change it.
So, yeah, that's clear now. But I have one question regarding this. When do we actually change it as a question or complaint? Like, we have few cases where...
yeah, I'll take anything you have. And when you're not here, I try to keep up with it, but I also, Carl's not here anymore, so I try to keep my kids as busy as possible and like outdoors, so I kind of neglect indoors. Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, yeah, complaint or question.
Yeah, so in that case, I would leave it as plain, and then once we've got all the information and we determine what the next course of action is, that's when it would get changed.
Or restroom for the kids, yeah.
And regarding offers, right? So if the customer specifies an offer,
Yeah, I move the kids. Yeah, and I move the kids. Like, if you're doing down here, they'll be upstairs. When you go upstairs, they'll come down and stuff, yeah.
says 500 points for every royal station.
What is going on? Like, where is this?
I checked the office tab and I see another offer that says not 500 but 400 points for royal handlers.
It's a little bit more tricky because you're working offline, so it's not like you have the customer right in front of you.
To the morgue with you.
Kiara, in that case, would we ask for further clarification that this is the correct offer? Or do we take their word for it that this is the offer that they're talking about?
we would ask for more information, and there is this thing right now with some accounts that are in the pilot program. Do you remember that? Yeah, if it's one of the points, then we would have to forward that, but clarify the offer.
Watch the dock.
So when we are
Driving so much, getting hit by a train would
clarify the offer details. So do we ask all the information again, or because the date is already provided, do we just remove that?
You can just remove that. If it was me, I would just ask them to confirm the offer details as well if it was in store or personalized, just in case they've seen another one that was in store.
Okay. So whatever the information, except the offer details, whatever the information already is provided in the initial email, we don't ask that again.
That's good.
Yeah, as long as we get it in the end, it's all good. So after that, it's offer details and if it was personalized or in store.
Oh. Thanks, Shira.
Alright, Sonica. Yeah, no worries, I thank you.
One less hostile cadaver.
Her account was frozen, and she was consistently asking why the account was frozen. She needs an answer. So I was just going through the process, and I informed that it would going to take 2 to 10 business days because another department is going to review everything and they're going to assist you. But she was like consistently asking, can you help me with any of the information, like, you know, so is there any particular answer we can give, like for security purpose, or I don't know what could be the correct answer?
I can answer that if anybody doesn't mind.
Yeah, no worries, Kinder.
So I just tell my customers, the system did an update, just wanted to verify. After so long of being able to access your account, the system just wanted to update and verify if it's still you accessing the account, as in doing those security purposes.
Sorry.
Sorry, Kimber, you want to just say that again?
So anytime a customer calls and asks, why is my account, whatever, either suspended or frozen, whatever the case may be, I just tell them, because most of the time when you look, you'll see that it's EE that said it. So I just tell them, oh, the system just wanted to update and verify that it's still you accessing the account. After, just like a bank card, after so long of tapping, eventually it's going to ask you to put your password in, like once in a blue moon. So I just tell them, oh, the system just wanted to update, verify that it's still you, and update your password.
Now we need fresh fuses.
It's probably not true, but it is something that the customers do buy.
Yeah, thank you so much for helping me with this answer. So now, what I understand is when was it fraud? So sorry, not fraud. Sorry, frozen. I will inform them to update and verify that it's the same person or not. But then we send a mail which is for changing the password with the 2 verification, which I understood that day. So let's say, because she was very curious to know about everything. But anyways, I managed that day, but I'm just getting prepared when I get a next customer. So let's say we send the mail and then they put the 2 verification, two steps verification. So after 2-step verification, will they be able to log in, or still, like, you know, another department is going to review or something?
So they'll be able to get into their account, but their account will still be set to frozen because you've sent it off to the other department. The other department will email them, letting them know that it's been unfrozen.
They will be able to get into their account.
Yes.
You can access a frozen account and you can still earn points, you just can't redeem.
Yeah.
He was unable to scan.
Oh, so that's like maybe something else. Maybe it was just a card or a glitch in store. Sometimes the accounts are fine and the stores just have like a glitch and then they can't redeem or whatever, but usually it's the account. So always check the account status and the card status.
Auto turret was built to suppress riots and escape agents.
Thank you.
It will tear through you in seconds.
So different scenarios associated with these accounts vary, okay? So if you have an account that says suspected and compromised and Eagle Eye has said it, normally that's an indication that there was some form of attempt on that account, okay? Which will automatically place it on frozen. Another scenario as well is with suspended accounts. It could be that they haven't used the account for over 400 days. so it automatically gets suspended. So under those type of scenarios, I always ask them to change their password to an email, their PC Optimum account, and activate two-step verification. I ask them to call us back in, so that it's documented, and that is being sent to tier 2. Okay. Also, if you look under household, if the member says, I can't redeem any of my points, and if the account seems to be fine, check the household to see the possibility the other account is frozen, which will prevent them from redeeming as well. Okay, so it's always best to do like a thorough check of the account itself. Even with apps, for instance, Unicorn and Earths, if you place the app on without realizing it, you can't redeem points. So the only way to uninstall that issue is to uninstall the app and then reinstall it. Okay, so definitely check the household, check the card status itself, and check under the main account to see why it was suspended or frozen. Eagle Eye is very famous. If there's a suspected compromise, it will freeze that account, and it won't provide a lot of information, but it will show suspected compromise. Okay? Now, another thing I want to bring to your attention is when it comes to suspended accounts and you need to put personal information, unfortunately, you cannot do that when the account is suspended. Jeff, were you able to show them how to do that again?
Yeah, we looked at it when we were going to. We saw how to do that, but yeah.
So different scenarios. But definitely, I would ask them to just reset everything, and then get them to call back and just document it.
Yeah, that's the perfect example, folks, of it's not a one-size-fits-all, right? Depending on what's going on the account, right? So one issue could be related to many different reasons as to why the account has been frozen or suspended or whatever the case. So Mark, and then I have Durga after that.
Short question. My doubt is that when we have to enter somebody's PC MasterCard, we ask them for the last 4 digits, right? My question is, what do we put before the last 4 digits? I cannot.
So you're not searching for the last 4 digits. You're filling up the account using the name and the email address. Okay, and then you're going to the identities list and confirming that the last 4 digits on that PC MasterCard are there under the identities. Okay. Yeah. You're welcome.
Jeff, just to tie into that, probably a reminder about date of birth. Sometimes it's December 31st. Am I right there?
Something along those lines.
The year may be right, but as default month and day. Yeah, I was comfortable with that. The year is usually always correct, but it goes December 31st. So if your customer gives you their date of birth to help confirm their MasterCard, and you're seeing December 31st and they said their birthday was May 25th, then you can accept that, but only if it was showing December 31st and only if the year matches what they gave you. So that is something in our system that happens. A default date of birth goes in there at some point along the way. I'm not sure why, but sometimes it won't match what they're saying. And it only counts in that scenario if it's showing, I think, December 31st.
I can answer why it says December 31st.
Fantastic.
So most of the accounts that say December 31st are the are the Shoppers Optimum, and once they converted over to PC Optimum, the accounts that didn't have a date of birth got automatically set to December 31st. Just like you said, it was like a generic thing.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. I remembered it being something Shoppers related, but I couldn't remember what.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
No problem.
All right, Durga?
my question is the other day, when we had a video supporting each other by placing the customer on hold, and we will share the screen, and we have given the resolution. But how it goes today, because we'll be all alone by ourselves, and sometimes we are stuck. When we will be like posting.
I'm coming. Oh, somebody got you.
It takes time. We have to go back and utilize the customer, and then simultaneously we will see the knowledge article also that can help myself to deal with the issue. But I don't know how it goes. Little nervous.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine, Durga. Essentially, you're gonna just reach into the main chat for help like you normally have, and this is part of my announcements as well this morning. Once I was going to address all the questions, but a little spoiler alert or preview is that we need people to be paying attention to their teams because we are sending messages to you when we respond to your help questions. It's just that then we don't get a response from you, so that we assume that you figured it out, you don't need our help anymore, right? So it's super important that you pay attention to your teams, because I was noticing the other on Friday that either myself would respond to you or one of the force support agents would respond to you, and you ask for help again, but it's like check your team's chat, you're gonna have private messages in there, you need to be paying attention to that. So I know there's a lot going on, but that's how you're gonna get help. So if I message you, Durga, and say, hey, I need help, and then you're like, can I share my screen? You can surely share your screen with me. That's how you'll be doing it. It's just going to be one-on-one. You're just not going to have the other agent there with you that was there with you on Friday, but it's the same case. So, yeah.
Dead hostile eliminated.
You're welcome. Priyanka, it's been a while since...
Oh, wow. No, Carl just killed it the other day. But I think there's Mr. Clean or Clorox. Like there's something definitely for the floors. I think under the sink, and if not, it's downstairs on the dish rack. Laundry rack thing.
That I am actually not getting the date of birth validation thing, and the second point is that as for my understanding, I get to know if the member a part of household or not is to check the details tab and the household points balance thing. Is that the cumulative points, or is there a particular way to check if the person belongs to a household or not? But according to my, I'm not sure if I'm missing something, but according to my understanding, it is the details tab.
There is an X-ray window. I hope you do not choose retreat.
So, to answer your first question, the date of birth is a validation question for folks who are PC Financial members, right? So, in terms of, because you know how you have to ask for the date of birth, right? So, if you've got a contract up and it says the correct year, so if they say I was born, like I've got a profile up right now, it says December 31st, 1977. If they give you May 25th, 1977, and you're seeing December 31st, 1977, you can accept that as correct because this is a default birthday that was given when the profile was created. That's what we were talking about. Yeah. And for your second question, it was regarding. Oh my goodness, I actually forgot your question. Your second question was regarding... Oh, right, so the way you can check if someone is a part of a household, if you go up to contact, there's a household button. So if you click on the household button, it's at the very top.
Are you kidding me? That's bullshit.
PDP. So if you go to household and click up, you can see if they're a part of a household.
I got you, except for the big guy.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a few announcements myself, and then I will turn it over to my trainers as well, or floor support, or anything. Like if anyone wanted to add in any sort of announcements before we move to the phone, just to let you know that each day our calls are just going to get a little bit shorter and shorter because right now we are extracting service levels, and but this is the only way that they can guarantee that we get everybody in the morning and that everyone is here for the announcements as opposed to the end of day one, because at the end of the days, sometimes people get stuck, they don't actually end their call until maybe 5 o'clock.
Just survive. Please, just survive.
Morning calls versus the afternoon calls. Okay? So, my first thing, folks, is today, again, we are not doing the buddy system.
Come on, nigga.
Everyone is going to be taking calls individually. You are to reach out to the Force support chat for help. You'll get a like to your message, and then you'll get a private message from one of the Force support agents. Kimber, did you just want to add something to that?
No, I just had a question. Do I follow when you say break, or do I go when my break says so?
Oh, go when your break goes.
Okay, so I'll be back in 15.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, Kimber,
Yeah?
because there's so many people,
Yeah.
so many agents,
Yeah.
what we do, the floor support agents, is we take turns. We don't follow the schedule because the schedule's just all over the place with everybody.
Yeah, and you can
So,
move your schedule as well.
Well, team leads will fix it. The thing is like, say, Kira takes her break, and then Cassandra will take her break when she gets back. Yada, yada, yada. Okay?
Yeah, sure, no rush. No rush.
Yeah, because otherwise it's too much on the agents, and when one of us, or two of us work at the same time, it's just too much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so I'll just wait till you guys tell me what to do.
Yeah, well, I sent you a message, a private message.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Okay, thank you.